Hey everybody, it's Yuuki here for the Game Development Channel. Today we have a brand new update for you guys. And today we have the Black Magic update is what is on the board and on the menu. But before we do that, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been checking out the it's.io page. Here it's called Yuki's Mini Tower. You can only play the demo area because it's the only area available right now. But today's update will start to demonstrate what I'm planning for the tower, the actual tower that says Yuki's Mini Tower. We're going to present that in a moment. Again, also, thanks to everybody who's been checking out the channel. For the game development, you guys are awesome. I know it's been a while since I posted here, like consistently, but welcome back. All right, self promotion out of the way. Let's get right into today's update. And I'm going to be using some pens today so I can demonstrate some of the point out some things. So what look out for writing on the board. So let's go ahead and play test this puppy. I am going to go ahead and um do this so that you guys can see what I'm looking at. So as you guys can see, a few new things have been added or changed on the map. As you guys can see, the HUD is now moved from to over here. Originally, it was over here, like a rectangle. Now I moved it to here so that now with the new stuff, you can track. You can see what we'll be tracking. Now, some new stuff on the HUD. On the HUD now, we have the mana pool, which is going to be this area right here. Now you may have noticed that it's empty, other than the fire mana shown there in red. That is because I have not implemented thunder yet, and I have not implemented acid yet, or poison yet. Because for this demonstration, I just want to show you one so that you know how it's going to do for the other two. And there could be a third one that's going to be added along with the fire one. So you could be tracking four. We'll talk about that in a moment because I don't want to get too complicated this early. Okay, so the starting chest shown here in this red circle is now going to also add 20 fire mana to your collection of stuff to grab at the beginning. So now you have 20 fire mana, 30 bullets, 40 pearls. Obviously, the pearls are going to be for the like the striker, the everybody who wants to have MP. Keep in mind, originally speaking, I was going to have MP for Freya, who uses black magic. However, on the poll on the main channel, everybody wanted a resource system. So I decided why not. So we now have the resource system in play, and I'm going to demonstrate that. But before we do, in the item shop, I updated the crafting book, which you can only buy one of. Under synthesis, you have a new item called question mark. Obviously, what is that? That's going to be fire mana, and you need 10 fire mana shards in order to craft one fire mana. Now, here's how you earn those. You can earn those by finding them in the wild, like this one, or by earning them as part of winning a battle. So it's one of the things you can earn now in battle. So now that I have enough, you can craft it. Except that you can't, because in this demo it's only 20. 20 is your maximum. In the actual game, I'm going to add more so that it's not over after 20. I would like now to present Freya's starting deck to everybody, and here is what you get. As you guys can see, we have the fire cards, the magic force cards, and the mana cards for fire. 4, 5, 6, 11 cards. 5, 2, and 4. Okay? Keep in mind, you still have to keep this in mind. You only have up to 100 deck points. But each card is only going to occupy 1 deck point. As of right now, I could go bullish and go 5 for attachment if I wanted to. But I'm gonna be nice and say that it's gonna be 1 for the moment. We'll see what happens when it comes to mechanics and stuff. So, where can you buy more magic cards? Well, hello there to this NPC. Back in the last video, I introduced the idea of this NPC right here giving you cards, and now you can right here. Now, note that in this particular build right now, I can give some to Harold if I wanted to, but in the actual build, I will be limiting that to Freya here. Only Freya can use that. That's our card. Don't steal it from her. Anyway, let's go ahead and battle so that you guys can see the new HUD, the additions to the HUD. So as you guys can see here, we have the HUD is over here. That's not new. What is new though is this section right here, which I'm going to do in green. This is the new section right here. This is where all your mana is at this time. Alright? Watch that carefully because you only get as many as you have for this game. Okay? So I'm gonna keep the writing. I'm gonna write this in green so that you guys can look at what I'm looking at. Pay attention to that spot right there. I'm gonna go ahead and battle with Herald 2 so that you guys can see what's going on. I'm gonna vigor up for Herald, and then I'm going to end my turn there. Wow, okay. I have Magic Force, which allows to add 2 attacks to my magic card. And Magic Force is this guy right here. Let me redo that. This is Magic Force. And this will be attack plus X. And the attack is going to be 3 plus this number, but this 1, which will be 3 after I play this. Okay, so this would be 6. Yep. And as you can see, I lost 2 mana because I used 2 mana to use fire. And why not? Fire away. We have 4 cards to use. 6, 12, 18, 24. This should be doing 24 damage. Yep. End my turn. Oh wow, it went after her. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and wild card. And I'm going to do defense party. So we can do less attack there. I'm going to refresh Herald. And I'm going to end my turn there. Ooh, look at this. Mana for days. Now keep in mind, there are going to be added card effects. Like for example, look for Mana Search. It's not here yet. Mana Search. Add a mana card. Add a fire mana card to your hand. Ooh, 3 damage to Freya and 3 damage to Harold. How nice. Anyway, how nice of you. Okay, I'm gonna use Magic Force to add 2 more. That's gonna be 5 plus 3 is 8. But I'm going to make sure I have enough mana, which I would if I didn't even use these cards. Bingo. Now, as you guys can see, we also have the now ability to win fire mana shards, which will allow you to grab fire mana, like like regular fire mana here. So now you're up to 14. Now, if I go ahead and synthesize, I can only get 6 more because 14 plus 6. I'm gonna run it again to see what happens in our second playthrough. But now I'm not going to run it alone. Well, technically I'm not alone, but I'm going to include Thomas and Luna, and I'm going to battle again. Now we're going to watch. Now we're going to pay special attention to this area right here. Today now we can see how everything is used in 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 harmony. So I'm going to go ahead and use Moment of Heroism, +2 to chart, +2 vigor, and +2 defense. I'm going to refresh Herald, and I'm going to strike him down for 4 damage. I'm going to Inspire Charge. I should have used that first. And I'm going to refresh Herald again. And I'm going to end my turn. So right now I have 4 vigor, 3 defense, 1 magic force, 30 bullets, 20 mana. It is now Freya's turn. I'm going to go ahead and magic force. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play 2 fire here and use 4 mana. I'm going to end my turn. The reason why I don't jump on all of it is so that the other characters can get a shot too. Now, as you guys can see, the single shot deals damage based on vigor as well. We also have the charge bullet, which I do not unfortunately have. I have one, but that's not going to do anything. Because what the damage is 3 plus vigor, which is 4, which is 7, multiplied by 1. Anything times 1 is itself. Right now, it's going to be using mana as well. I'm going to go ahead and single shot. So I have 29 bullets. And my turn for Thomas. Luna's up. She's a healer. Now, I use strike cards with her. Some white magic characters, like, for example, Aiko, can attack as well from Final Fantasy IX. So I have to have that option just in case. But I may remove it and place it with something else, which I'll actually talk about in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and strike him down. I'm going to end my turn so that he can attack at least one. Oh, he went after Freya and Luna. How nice. Um, so I'm going to. I want. Oh, wow. Okay. Freya just wants all the fire in the world right now. She's just like she's a fire queen right now. 6. I'm gonna clear my writing there. So we're down to 14 mana. Now Thomas still has his regular deck. As you guys can see, this is the card that I wanted to use, but I never got it. I never got it. That's okay. Actually, before I do that, what happens if Freya goes over 20 fire mana? You might be wondering because there's a limit of 20. If you use another fire mana card when you have fire mana 20, you're going to get a reward of 100 points. So if you have more than 20 fire mana, I'm not going to give you another one, but you will get rewarded with 100 points, which you can use to shop for items. But keep in mind that that might change. Not only the points, but I might change the reward if you go over 20 mana. I could use it to give you a chance to help your other teammates out if I wanted to do that. So let's see how this battle plays out. Remember, each battle is going to be unique because of the cards. I'm going to save my mana cards there. I'm going to go ahead and, no, not care package. I'm going to go ahead and single shot just to give Thomas a chance to shine in a way. No, I gave it to Luna. I gave it to Freya. That's okay. I'm going to strike him down. And now I'm going to go over some other ideas I have. Ooh, went after Luna. Double. Ouch. Moment of heroism here. Keep in mind, attachment cards related, not related to the black man, not related to thing. All those are removed. They're removed too. I believe I have it for Magic Force as well, which I do not get on this hand. I'm gonna go ahead and use my fire mana here. My fire mana card. I'm gonna save it. Ooh, charge shot. Here we go. Here comes the charge bullet. Now I wish I had bigger up now because now I get to use it. So I want to get greedy here. So care package gives you 30 bullets as well as 2 single shot cards. I'm gonna go ahead and single shot. Okay, so now that I've gone over that, I want to talk about future ideas for not only the Black Magic class but for other stuff. But first, I want to go over the Black Magic class since this is the Black Magic update, if you will. So I want to go over to the database. In particular, we're going to talk about the icons. So, as you guys know, when we talk about the icons here, everybody's like, "Oh, what are they for?" So, in the black magic class criteria, the red one is fire, the yellow one is thunder, the green one is going to be like poison stuff. The blue one is not used as of this time in terms of the black magic class. Also not used is this color one, the white one. But that may change, and here's why. Here are some ideas I have, but this is going to be a risky one. The attachment system for the regular classes like fighter, I mean not fighter, herald, the ranger right now uses MP for the attachment because of the pull. here's what could happen. On the main channel, Yuki Productions, the poll was 2-0 resource system in terms of the black magic class. So that essentially means if you are using Freya, for example, you better know how to manage the resources other than buying the mana stuff. Because if we're going to go with attachments, this could be a thing right here. Okay? The colorless mana could be used as a resource for attachments. Like for example, in Magic the Gathering, there are cards that tell you, hey, if you want to use a bonus effect, use one extra mana of any color to add a bonus effect. For example, +1/+1. That could be the case for this one. But don't get too excited. The reason being is there's going to be a lot of resources to manage. You already have the bullet, you already have the MP, you already have the fire mana, and later on the yellow mana for thunder, and the green one for like poison damage. That's already 3 mana that you have to consider when you're playing with them. In Magic the Gathering, the most amount of mana I have ever seen in a game where there's a deck involved is 2. Usually water, I mean islands and forests, or swamp and fire, or fire and plains, for example. That's the most that I have seen in a game. But because of the deck building aspect of this game, what do I mean by that? Let me clear my writing first. What do I mean by that aspect of multiple mana? Because if you remember in this game, you are allowed to edit your deck. Not only edit your deck, but you can make a new one on top of a new one on top of a new one. So I'm going to demonstrate an example. And I'm going to demonstrate it with Freya here, albeit there's no thunder mana yet. Okay? Let's say some for some reason, now Freya will not be able to do what I'm about to do in the actual game, but for let's just say for some reason that I decided to do this, Freya becomes a ranger and a black magic user. So that would mean you would need more bullets. Okay? So the more bullets. Because right now I don't have a limit on the decks. So what that would mean is that she would also need single shot cards. I'm gonna buy a few of those. So right now she's also using the black mana because I'm using it for bullets to demonstrate bullets here. I'm gonna go ahead and edit her deck. Let me just make sure of something here. Yes, I can. Okay. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy more fire cards so I can demonstrate this properly. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go new. I'm going to edit this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add let's do 3 fire cards the fire mana card 3, single shot, and magic force. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this deck, and I'm going to say, oops, rename this deck to, let's do, nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's do Freya Space. Let's do Freya Dual. D-U-A-L. Press OK. That means now I made a second deck, this time with two things in mind. Fire and the bullets. So she can do single shot as well now. So now, pay attention. I'm going to end my turn for Herald. Wow, she doesn't get it. Okay. So right now we're starting as if she was a normal black mage. Using black magic. End turn. Let's see if she gets a card that not normally hers. Wow, she's still getting what she wants. Okay. The next card has to do it. There we go. Now she has single shot. That means she has now the use of the bullet system as if she was also a ranger. But that rule is going to impact the fact that she can now single shot. So that's gonna be, so now you have to manage the bullet and the black magic stuff. Now remember, because Thomas is your ranger, you're using his resources as well. So you have to keep that in mind if you're gonna do with that. However, in the actual build, Freya uses her own stuff, which is gonna be the black magic stuff. So you can actually do a Magic the Gathering style deck where you can add two types of mana: thunder and fire, poison and fire, um, earth and fire, etc. Or if you're like wind, if you like wind magic that can regenerate HP if you want, you can do that too. Get it? Earth, wind, and fire. Duh, the band. So you can technically make a Freya deck that's really Earth, Wind, and Fire, like the name of the band, if you want. So there's a lot of things you can try to do now that you have the Black Magic thing. And remember, Magic Force is still in play, so you can do stuff with that if you want to make a play. Okay. So the next video is going to go over the Thunder stuff. Now, what about naming conventions? Okay, naming conventions very simple. If you ever play a Final Fantasy game, which I have, Final Fantasy 9, you know that the naming conventions for a black magic like Vivi, I'm gonna write the right. So yeah. So number one, base base name of fire. Wait, we're gonna go fire. All right. Freya is next. F-R-I-A. Under after Freya becomes Friaga. F-R-I-A-G-A. Friaga. One, two, three. This is going to be the naming convention we're going to be using, like in Final Fantasy. Okay, that's our naming convention. So here's some ideas. Level one, the base attack is 3 plus X. Okay, 3 plus X minus Y, because the Y is going to be for the defense. You've never seen this yet because that's going to be up in the next build, maybe in the next update. Number two, at level 2, the base becomes 5 plus X plus Y minus Y. Hold on, let me write this nicely. 5 plus X minus Y. And at level 3, the base would be 7 plus X minus Y. Now, this is for every spell. Magic, Fire, Freya, Friaga, Thunder, Thundera, Tanaga, Tanaga, I believe is how you say it. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. But I do know it goes with that naming convention. Remember, X is how much magic force you have. Y is the defense of the enemy. So that's why there's a minus. Okay? So that's what we're going with naming convention wise. Okay? So we're going to follow a little bit of Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy in general, while also following some of the rules of Magic the Gathering. So those are some ideas I have. So when is the next build? This is tricky. I'm going out of town next weekend. Okay? Or actually next week, actually. So I will not be around for a little bit. However, if you want to play the Black Magic class in the demo area, I may release it this weekend. Just for the sake of the Black Magic class. However, if you want to start playing the tower, you're gonna have to wait until the new year. Because I want to make sure that everything lines up the way I want it to. Because now that we have elements, we can start doing stuff with the element update that I was planning to do. That's why I was going to wait until Black Magic is done so we can start doing elemental stuff. So Black Magic update, if you want to play, is going to be sometime this weekend. Or potentially earlier if I get lucky. I have something called Fortnite to return to this week. So yes, I will be busy with the new Fortnite update and it's been a while. So yeah. So the new stuff, watch out. Resource management is going to be the new call here, okay? That's it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what's coming up and I'm excited to bring out this Blackmagic update. If there are any ideas you want to propose, make sure you put it in the comment section. I'll be happy to take a look at it. If I agree to it, I may add it. If I don't agree to it, I'll let you know why. But don't worry, I may implement something. So we'll see. That's it for this one. We'll see you guys in our next update. Enjoy and happy card collecting.